A viewer named CptCarbon asked me to test 0DTE credit spreads with very specific rules. 20 delta, 10 points wide, enter in the first 30 minutes, 50% profit target, and a 200% stop loss. So I backtested 1,026 trades over 6 years. The result? A 69% win rate that still lost over $6,000. But here's the twist. I found a simple fix that turned it into a 100% win rate strategy. Quick shout out to @CptCarbon for this video idea. He wanted puts and calls tested separately, not an iron condor. If you have a strategy you want backtested, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Now let's see what went wrong and how to fix it. For those new here, a 0DTE credit spread expires the same day you open it. You sell an option, buy a cheaper one for protection, and collect premium. If the underlying doesn't move too far against you by market close, you keep the money. CptCarbon wanted put credit spreads. That's a bullish bet. And call credit spreads, that's a bearish bet. Tested separately, not as an iron condor. His parameters: sell the 20 delta option, buy protection $3 below for puts or $3 above for calls. The 50% profit target means close the trade when you've captured half the credit. The 200% stop loss means close if the loss reaches 2 times what you collected. The backtest setup: SPY as the underlying, since it tracks the same S&P 500 index as SPX, but at 1/10 the notional value. 1,026 trading days from 2018 to 2023. Entry at market open using Black-Scholes pricing with the previous day's implied volatility. I tested 26 different configurations, puts and calls, multiple deltas, multiple widths, and every combination of profit target and stop loss. CptCarbon's exact strategy: 50% profit target plus 200% stop loss. Put credit spreads: lost $6,595 with a 69% win rate. Call credit spreads: lost $6,409, also 69% win rate. Both lost money despite winning roughly 7 out of 10 trades. Here's why. Without the stop loss, all 1,026 trades hit the 50% profit target, every single one. But when you add the 200% stop loss, 314 trades, that's 31% of all trades, got stopped out before they could reach the profit target. On a 0DTE option, intraday volatility can spike the position against you temporarily, trigger the stop, and then the trade recovers and would have been profitable by close. The stop loss is literally killing winning trades. The fix is dead simple. Remove the stop loss. Put credit spreads with just the 50% profit target. Positive $14,443 with a 100% win rate. Call credit spreads. Positive $14,067, also 100% win rate. That's a swing of over $20,000 just by removing one parameter. Why does this work? Theta decay on 0DTE options is brutal. These options lose value so fast that by end of day, even if the underlying moves against you, the option has decayed enough to hit 50% profit. Think about it. You're selling something that goes to zero in hours. The intraday path doesn't matter if you're just targeting 50% of a small credit. But a stop loss? That cares about every tick along the way. Here's the full management breakdown for 20 delta, $3 wide. No management. Puts made $1,692. Calls made $8,758. 50% profit target. Puts $14,443. Calls $14,067. Both with infinite profit factors. 200% stop loss only. Puts $3,556, calls $3,538. But combine PT plus SL, negative $6,595 puts, negative $6,409 calls. The stop loss doesn't just hurt, it destroys the strategy. CptCarbon wanted both tested, so let's compare. Without any management, 10 delta calls made $5,149, while 10 delta puts lost $1,421. 16 delta calls, $7,962 versus puts at just $394. 20 delta calls, $8,758 versus puts at $1,692. Calls beat puts at every delta. Why? Because the market has an upward bias over time. Put credit spreads are bullish, they benefit from an up market. But call credit spreads are bearish and they collect higher premiums because of skew. Those larger credits mean more profit on winning trades. In a market that grinds higher with occasional pullbacks, the call side actually benefits more from the intraday theta crush. Width matters. I tested $1, $2, $3, and $5 wide spreads. For calls, $1 wide made $1,295. $2 wide, $5,428. $3 wide, $8,758. $5 wide, $11,857. Wider is better because you collect more premium and your break-even is further away. But wider also means more capital at risk per trade. The best 3 configs broken down by year. Call credit spreads were profitable every single year from 2019 through 2023. Yes, including the COVID crash in 2020. Yes, including the 2022 bear market. The only losing year was 2018, and even that was minor. The equity curves tell the story. The green line at the top is the best overall config. Call 20 delta, $5 wide, 50% profit target. Positive $16,964 with a 100% win rate. The gold line is that same width with no management. Still great at $11,857. And that red line at the bottom? That's what happens when you add a stop loss. Straight down. Key takeaways for CptCarbon and everyone watching. 1. 0 DTE credit spreads can be extremely profitable, but only with the right management. 2. Never use a stop loss on 0 DTE with a profit target. Theta decay is your friend. Let it work. 3. 50% profit target alone is the optimal exit. Every trade in our backtest hit it. 4. Calls beat puts across every configuration we tested. 5. Wider spreads equal more profit. The $5 wide call with 50% profit target was the best at positive $16,964. CptCarbon. Your instincts were right about 0 DTE credit spreads. They can work, but that 200% stop loss was the one thing holding you back. Drop it, and you've got a strategy that won 100% of the time over 1,026 trades. If you want your strategy tested, drop it in the comments. Subscribe for weekly backtests on real data. Remember, data doesn't lie.